Hey, what's up, everyone? It's your girl, Sherelle. I'm the host of Let's Talk the Show, and this ain't a podcast. I want to thank y'all for tuning in this Tuesday like you do every Tuesday. I got a good show in store for you. But before I go any further, make sure you click that little button in your right corner and share this out with 3 friends you think will love the conversation. What's up, you guys? I am so happy to be back today. I had such an eventful weekend, and I cannot wait to share it with you. But before I get into that, y'all know I got to give you something I'm grateful for. And I think that I'm most grateful just for the time that I spent earlier today with my niece and my sister and my niece. We always do a lot of talking about God because my sister and my niece are really into church and things like that. But I think that I was giving them some words, but I think it was for me too. And so I just kind of got home, and as I was trying to do something to my face, I really kind of just thought about that. So I think I'm grateful just for that time I spent earlier with them today. And one more thing, I actually have 2 things I'm grateful for. I'm grateful that I'm not a parent who just completely dismisses my child's behavior as something that my child has just conjured up in their mind. Instead of being the type of parent that says, wait a second, let me figure out what's actually going on because it must be deeper than the surface. Like, I really am grateful that I actually take time to kind of dive into why my child is behaving the way they're behaving and not just dismiss it as something that my child is just doing on their own with no relation to me or what their body's going through or what their mind is going through. So I'm really grateful that I'm that type of parent as well. So let's get into it, you guys. I had a super amazing weekend. Super amazing. But first, let me share this out with 3 friends. I think I will love it. So give me 1 second. I'm going to get started. So give me 1 second. So, yeah. So give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Okay. Perfect. So I'm going ahead and share that this live with 3 friends I think will love it. So I hope you do the same. So let me see. Let me put this in a comment. Okay, so perfect. So let me jump right into it. First things first, I had a very eventful weekend this weekend, you guys. I really enjoyed it the most ever. It was super busy, a lot of walking, but nonetheless, it was super fun. So let me get right into it. So Friday was super busy. Friday wasn't super busy, but I did some light shopping. And then me and my sister went to Desi Banks to see Desi Banks on Friday at the Masonic Temple. If you don't know, the Masonic Temple is in Detroit, Michigan. It is right across the street from Castech. So we went there. It was so funny. First off, let me say this. This is the first time I've actually been able to go see Desi Banks. I have been wanting to see him for so long, and I'm such a fan of him, but I have not been able to make it to a show. So being able to make it to the show this weekend was super fun. He is hilarious. I honestly believe that we are watching a legend in the making. Like, going to his show, I think that as a creator, I have the beauty of looking at a show like especially from a different angle than most people that's just, regular people. So I think that going to see Desi Banks, it was really like inspiring to see him work. One, because I love comedy shows. I'm a huge comedy show fan. But as a creative, looking at another creative doing their thing, it really inspires you. The way his jokes were put together, the production. So there was songs, there was lighting, and everything was on cue. I'm not going to say a masterpiece because I know that he has room to grow, but at his level, I feel like Desi Banks put on like a masterpiece show. I know that the trailer says that this is a Kevin Hart in the making. I genuinely agree. I believe Kevin Hart is actually Desi Banks' mentor, if I'm not mistaken, but I can see Desi Banks having a very long and successful career. Crazy career. Successful, prosperous, healthy career. I think that just watching the show, I was laughing. Like, my cheeks were literally stuck up here. I was laughing so hard. They were stuck. He was so funny. Even the comedians that opened up for him were super funny. I got to see a comedian, Jack something. I didn't know he was from Detroit. I don't know why I didn't know he was from Detroit, but he opened up. I got to see some other comedians. They were really funny, but Desi Banks literally was the show. He did such a great job. He put on such a great show. He just does such a good job. And it was really inspiring to see. Like, the show was just great. The production, his stage presence, the way the jokes were set up, like, they just flowed. It was really good. So if you have not gone to see Desi Banks, I would definitely recommend that you go. He's really good. Like, I really want to be honest and say, like, there's not many comedians that you see that are funny in like every aspect. Like, some comedians that you see, especially because they're coming up through social media now, they're usually skit funny, and then they come on stage and they're not really stand-up funny. And then you see some that have like, they're not that good at like skits, so they kind of just do like reaction videos, and they're funny there, and then they're equally as funny in stand-up. And so it was really good to see somebody that I think is hilarious in skits that also gets up on stage and is like stand-up funny. So that was really impressive, because I know it's not the same, and I know you have to have a different level of confidence. You have to have a different level of mastery to really get up there and work a crowd. Not only work a crowd, because I also saw how the comedians before him relied on that interaction with the audience. Their jokes really didn't hit and land that well, but he was able to get up and do his jokes. Like, his jokes hit every time. So it's funny. It was nice to see the comparison between the main attraction and then just kind of like the people that opened for him. They had a lot of, and some of them, quite a few of them, really required a lot of audience participation because their jokes really weren't landing like that. But versus Desi Banks, who had, I'd say, 20%, interacting with the audience, and 80% of where his jokes were landing. So it was really good. And that's just giving y'all that is just how I was like watching the show. Like, just to give you an idea of what it's like as a creative in my mind watching him perform. It's like, this is how my mind is interpreting everything that's going on. It's a lot deeper, but it's not important. It's a lot other deeper stuff, but that's not important. So yeah, Desi Banks was super good. That kicked off my weekend, which was super, super fun. And I got to go with my sister, so it was fun. It's always fun hanging out with my sisters. And then my sister in general. So that's super cool. So then after that was Friday. Saturday, we went to the draft. I'm busy. One moment. No. Okay, wait. So, I was Friday. On Saturday, we went to the draft. I don't know where you have been, but there is nowhere in this world that you could have been that you missed the fact that the 2024 NFL draft was in Detroit, Michigan. That was major. Not to mention, Detroit broke the record for the most attending people at the draft ever. We had over 750,000 people attend. It was huge. I'm sorry, 775,000 people attend. Huge. So Saturday was actually the last day to go, and that was the day me and my sister went. Honestly, I've lived in Detroit like for so long, and I don't currently live there now, but I grew up in Detroit, literally born and raised. So I knew what downtown looked like because we used to go downtown and it was nothing there. And then we got older and we kind of started going down. There was a little bit, not too much. And then I got older and then it had really developed. So I've kind of seen Detroit downtown and all of its, different stages. And so it was really amazing to see downtown Detroit with so many people. It was crazy. It was so crazy. The energy was so electrifying down there. The people were so amazing. It was not as hard as a lot of people thought to get in and out of downtown. Traffic was not that bad. Parking was literally not that fucking bad. Like, crazy not that bad. Prices, it's an NFL draft. The prices are the prices. But honestly, it was just so beautiful to see so many people downtown Detroit. It was so amazing to see the businesses working. It was so amazing to see the city, who has such a bad reputation, host one of the largest, if not the largest, sporting event ever. Like, literally. That was huge. It was a major, and you can tell the impact that it had. I think one thing that I didn't like, if you guys are just joining, did you guys, oh wait, I think I deleted my comment. If you guys are just joining, drop in the comment section. Did you guys go to the draft or did you watch the draft online? So it was really amazing to see everything downtown. One of the things that I would say that I was really concerned about when it came to the draft coming was execution, because I didn't know how DPD would be able to really secure the area. Like, how well would they handle that many people? And I know they were getting help from outside, but it was still a bit of a concern. I can say that an event prior to this one, maybe last year, me and my sister attended, and DPD really did an amazing job of blocking the streets off, politely and friendly, helping the people navigate downtown. And me and my sister even mentioned that, like, as we left, we were like, wow, they did such a good job blocking it off. Like, this was really organized. And I can say the same. That was a concern for me. But after attending the drive, I saw how well of a job DPD and the city executed. It was amazing. Navigation was easy. It wasn't bad. Parking was a lot easier than I thought. It was just very well executed, very organized, very well executed, very good information. Like, there was no inaccurate information from that I saw on my end or that I received. There was not many misunderstandings about where it was or what it was or who could come and things like that. So I really want to give a shout out to the city of Detroit and all the organizers and people that helped put on such an amazing event. You guys did a great fucking job. Like, kudos to y'all. Someone says, I watched the draft from home. It looked electric. It was. I was on the third day, so obviously the attendance wasn't as large as the first day, but it was still a lot of fucking people. It was crazy. And me and my sister at one point sat down and we just kind of like looked around and was like, wow, like it was like I feel like it was such a proud moment. If you grew up in the city, it was a proud moment to be like, wow, my city really has come this far. Like, we want these great things and these nice things and these huge events to happen in the city, and to host one of the largest, if not the largest, sporting event in downtown Detroit. It was a proud moment. Like, wow, like, I'm really proud of the city. Like, and the city was on their best behavior. I'm not even going to lie. After leaving, I rode downtown and I went by the Riverwalk. Calm. I was in like utter disbelief because it was actually really nice out after we left. It was pretty sunny, so I was kind of confused. Like, there was no loud music. There was barely anybody out. It was crazy how calm Jefferson was once you left the like downtown, just like a little bit on the outskirts, even down the Riverwalk. Super calm, super quiet. And I was like, with the city on their best behavior, and I couldn't ask for nothing better. I think they did a great job. So, yeah, I really enjoyed the NFL draft. I think it was super fun. That's really my weekend. It was just honestly, I know there was only Friday and Saturday, Sunday. I was cuddled up on Sunday and I spent time with my family on Sunday. And that's really what my Sunday was, because after walking, let me tell you that I didn't mention we were there for 3 hours. The most that we did was walk. We walked everywhere. And I was supposed to walk for an hour, part of my workout stuff. I walked for more than that. I know that my walking was like, I exceeded my exercise goal because I did all of that walking on Saturday. But it was just super fun. It was so many things to do. We were able to write our name on a big DET sign down there. I was able to dance. If you guys have seen my reel, if you haven't seen my reel, go check out the reel. They had like a big old screen up and they had a camera and you could dance and stuff in it, and I did it. It's in my reel, so check it out. So yeah, it was super fun. Honestly, I think that I will say this is a personal thing, has absolutely nothing, it's not directly linked to the draft. It's like my personal thing. I think that I did not, as far as like executing my goals and stuff for the NFL draft, I could have done a better job getting content. That's the first thing. And the second thing is better planning. I feel like I could have better planned for the draft to get my content and things like that. And that's neither here nor there for you guys. But it's just like, holding myself accountable. So I think I should have planned better and executed even better once I got there. I was able to get one interview that Instagram has been preventing me from uploading for whatever reason. It never posts. So I'm going to try that again today for like the umpteenth time. So there's that. But I just think that I think I'm going to have to change some things around when it comes to me getting content and how I approach getting it. Especially if I'm out somewhere and I know I'm going to be there getting content, I'm going to make sure that I make it a priority to get my content first and have fun second. Because if I have fun first, by the time I'm exhausted, I'm ready to leave, I will not be wanting to get content. And it's just like, I got to learn to business first, fun later, right? So that's something I'm going to keep in mind when I attend another event. Another thing is that I saw a lot of social influencers that were really getting to the bag. Okay, they were getting to the bag. Okay, and I really want to I want next year to be in a space, or even later this year to be in a space, an opportunity to be getting those invites. Like, hey, Sherelle, we'd love to have you come host this. Hey, Sherelle, we'd love to have you come do this. And it's like, I want to get those opportunities. I do. I really do. And so I hope next time, maybe the All-Star game or something of that sort, when it comes around, like, I want to get invited and I want to get, asked to work those events as my show, like as Let's Talk the Show, and as Sherelle, not under nobody else, just me. So yeah, that's something I was thinking about. Another great shining moment at the NFL draft in Detroit, Michigan would have to be Big Rich, our governor. I think she did a pick and she put her glasses on, she put the buffs on, and that was just like another moment, like just them announcing her as Big Gretch and knowing the city really rocks with Gretchen. So yeah, I think it was just overall a really beautiful, a really proud moment for the city of Detroit and the people that have rocked with the city of Detroit through the good and absolutely the bad, because some people definitely bandwagoners. So it's really dope when when you really has watched the city, when you really watched the city grow. It's an amazing feeling to see us host such large, important events like this, and to see us not only host them but to execute them really well, and everybody have a great time and no incidents. So always great things like that. And I think that was really it for me. Very, very much a proud moment. But yeah, also want to give a shout out to tonight's sponsor. Definitely shout out to our sponsors over at the My Place Studio in Wayne, Michigan, a premier content studio. They have hosted several podcasts over there, and they've done, I think, a Twitch streamer, if I'm not mistaken. I think that's what I saw. Maybe just a podcast. But if you are looking to get into podcasting, looking to host your streaming, looking to host a class, do tutorials, make sure you head over and book your time. Reserve your spot with my people over in My Place Studio. Y'all need to get with them. Absolutely check them out. And then, yeah, I think that I kind of want to leave y'all with a final thought before I give what I'm grateful for. So I will say that today's... let me say this. So I want to leave y'all with a final thought. I don't know if I'm going to end things like this. I'm thinking of it, and it's kind of put me in the mind. If you guys have ever seen Run's house, when Rev Run sits in the bathtub, he's in a bubble bath, and he's on his BlackBerry, and I think it's called Run's Thought or something, or Rev Run Thoughts or something. He sits in the bathtub and he gives you a word. And then I kind of want to call this my final thought. So when I'm thinking of my final thought, I'm thinking about Rev Run. Also, I think Jerry Springer used to do this. I think Jerry Springer used to close out his show with like his final thoughts or something, right? Final thoughts for some reason just sounds very morbid, if you will. I don't know. It just sounds really deathish. I don't know. So I want to give you guys my final thought before I give you what I'm grateful for. I would say that I really just want to tell people to get out your head and make the move. I want you to remember that no matter what move you make, good or bad, the Bible says all things work together for the good. So it really don't matter what you do, because it's all going to work out in the end. I'm saying this I want to quote Gucci Mane. Like, if you check back and look at Gucci Mane's life, there are a lot of things that happened that had to build him up to be the mega star that he is. That literally he thought he could not get out of. Things can't get no worse. What I'm going to do after this. And little do you know, every fuck up, every mistake, every hiccup, every pebble, every obstacle was literally a step on up to get to where you gotta be. So I really want to encourage everybody to get out your mind and get in the field, baby. Make the decisions, do what you gotta do, and know that all things work together for your good. That's my final thought. And then I give you what I'm grateful for. Honestly, I would just say that I'm grateful I got up here and fought through this episode, because I know I look how I'm feeling. I look like what I've been through today. It's been a little rough day, not a rough day, just a little busy day. And so when I'm having days like I'm having today, sometimes I don't want to do my show. It's just like, I got so much to do. I got to do the show. And it's like, I have to remember to be grateful to be able to do my show. I don't have to do my show. I'm able to do my show. I get to do my show, and I have to remember to be grateful for that, because I have such an amazing platform that I'm building and such an amazing legacy that I'm trying to live. Sometimes I look at it like a burden sometimes, especially when they make no money, but you know what I'm saying. So I have to be grateful that I pushed through this show, because pushing through was nothing more but a reminder and some more motivation to keep going and know that, again, all things work together for the good. So yeah, that's what I got for you guys tonight. My name is Sherelle. I'm the host of Let's Talk the Show, and this ain't a podcast. I will see y'all next Tuesday. Peace.